America has a new problem, and you can find it on the dance floor. You can find it. You can't find men, apparently, because a lot of men apparently don't want to dance. Now, for a lot of guys watching this might not come as big news, but we now have survey data to back up some of our beliefs about the differences between men and women when it comes to dancing. And I'm going to read a little bit for Brett, see if this surprises him, and then we're going to break down how we line up with this.
I have it. I can't read it.
It's small.
Look at how tiny it is.
So,
it's impossible.
First of all, how likely are you to get out there and dance, if you're a man or a woman? Under the category responding, I get the dancing started, which is like, you would be the first one out there, how you came into this room before you started filming, started singing. 8% of men respond that they would do that, 11% of women. Which, depending on your sample size, might not be statistically significant, but it is at least an absolute value higher for women. And it's small in either case. Now, one of the biggest groups is I happily dance, but only once others are. That's 24% of men, but 41% of women. Almost half of women are down to dance. They don't just don't want to be the first person. Although when you combine that with I get the dancing started, that's a clear majority of women, but not men. Now, I have to be dragged onto the dance floor, which sounds entirely non-consensual.
Super sexy, though.
29% of men, 19% of women. And I never dance, 34% of men, 21% of women. Which means that if you combine I never dance with I have to be dragged out there, which is hardly a vote of confidence in the desire to dance, that's like 2/3 of all men. At least in America.
But the guys like to be dragged out. I get it.
They are willing to be dragged out.
Ridiculous. When I was a kid and even the word dance freaked me out. It's like, this is dance. Dance. And it's like
you
such
hear
a
music
huge
when you
thing.
hear the word dance?
Yeah, but it's so obviously this weird, like if you watch Planet Earth, you watch animals dance so the other animals
like
will want to have sex with them.
Yeah.
And in my culture, there's no dancing taught. I was never taught to dance. My
Not
dad
in a
literally
family.
danced like this.
My dad didn't even dance like that. I don't know if I've ever seen my father dance when he was alive.
Goodness.
Now, and I think one of the problems that sorts of compounds it in the American context is, I don't know about you, but I think starting in 4th grade they had dance class, which means that for me, never having been exposed to it really at home, like just, my parents started dancing, now it's something that you have to study and learn, which is an even bigger barrier to it, at least psychologically.
Country West, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the teaching kids to dance. If you're teaching them the dances that will be useful.
No, it's choreographed dance.
In the normal, see, that's not it.
I know.
If you do country western dancing, if they teach you to two-step now, and country western dancing and line dancing is, all right, we're all gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
We're all pretty
It's the
awkward
Macarena
white
with
people
cowboys.
who have no rhythm. We are all going to literally kick our foot out, across, down, now we're boot scooting boogieing. Like, that's it.
I didn't know that
And
one.
it goes all the way back to like chamber dancing, where it's like, we'll all do circles because we don't
wanna bump into each other.
Our feeling of what looks nice. And now we're just...
Well, combined with a lack of a natural integration into dancing at an early age, that dancing isn't seen as organic because it's not organically presented to you.
Yeah, but that's
you never
only-
just break in a dance. It's something that when you reach a certain age, you all of a sudden now need to learn.
No, but that's only for, in my experience, like waspy bastards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
the same people
as
who do
waspy
the
bastards.
the people who did the chamber dancing.
Yes, exactly. But it is
Their
like
parents didn't just start dancing in front of the TV.
You're having physical contact with someone, even if it's like this and going in a circle. You get to have that moment where you're touching each other and you connect. And now you're flirting. Now we're all having a good time. We'll go, hopefully, go sip wine or something. But it would be helpful in schools if they taught the waspy dumbasses like me how to do
just regular
actual dancing. Like my friend who's Cuban freaking killed it. He was like the best dancer
because he
anyone
probably
had.
grew up around a lot of dancers.
Because they dance.
Yeah.
And it's like, and there's like a masculine way to dance that is taught to the dudes that like, I think I never knew like the way to dance as like a guy. Like you'd see the girls, they all naturally know how to like do that weird like I'm a flame thing. But like if I do that, I just look like a weird like weirdo.
Yeah.
How do
you're
you
not a flame.
dance?
exactly like that.
Show me.
No, I don't really.
What are you?
Hold on, we have other
category?
graphics we have to get through before you once again try to make me dance. So other graphics. So in terms of how much people like dancing, it's incredibly correlated with how good they think they are. So if people say that they are a great or a good dancer, 97% of them say they like it. There are, however, 2% of dancers who say, I'm great at this, but I don't like it. I love it. I'll do it.
If you insist.
For the world, I'll do it, but I don't actually enjoy it.
Every time.
Average dancer is 88%, so that's pretty clear. But once people say they're bad or terrible dancers, it's 45% they like dancing, 48% they don't. So it's an activity where how good you perceive yourself to be is highly correlated with how much you enjoy doing it. Now, to break it down between men and women, 20% of women think they're great or good dancers compared to just 13% of men. 47% of men think they're bad or terrible compared to 20% and 12% for women. So far more men just consider themselves to be bad. And what I think is interesting about this is there are few skills as stigmatized to not be good at as dancing. Like there's all sorts of things. Like if you don't know how to swim, there's excuses for that. But if you can't dance, there's something wrong with you. There's something lacking in you. Like if you're not good at tennis, okay, you didn't play enough tennis. But if you're not a good dancer, that probably means some other things about you.
It only means you're not good at sex.
Exactly.
Like what else does it mean?
Exactly.
If he's not a good dancer, like it's only sex, and it comes back to this being like our pre-mating ritual. Yeah, that's what I think, and I think most things in life that people do and are judged by are pre-mating rituals.
You think
that's
so?
it. For me, yeah, a lot of people
Sports.
are in some fundamental way all driven by either, it's probably a way to be liked in your social group, but that boils down to just like getting people to have sex with you. That's a really cynical, strange, pervy way to look at the world.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
maybe it's Westworld. In Westworld, they said like the entire human personality is an extravagant peacock display.
I don't know if you've seen that episode yet. Thanks for the spoilers.
Oh, that's the biggest
breaking the
plot point in
philosophy
whole thing.
down for me.
And then they all explode.
A lot of dancing in that show. Anyway, so look, this is some of what goes on between men and women when it comes to dancing. A lot of men don't feel comfortable with it. I don't know how you fix that. Apparently, YouTube isn't enough by itself.
What category? Well, you're not going to end this video like that. You're trying to bring it home, and it's not happening.
I'm bringing it home. Actually, I could cut it off before this point.
You're not editing shit, my friend.
I'll talk to Cassie. I don't care.
What category are you in terms of?
I will dance if I'm between the second and the third. I don't need to be dragged on, but it's dependent on who I'm with.
And how good are you?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Absolutely
I think
terrible.
That's
I'm
the key.
willing, but terrible, and that's true of multiple activities.
The key is to accept you're not good at it, and then just do whatever feels good.
Yeah. And then be with someone who is understanding enough, and they understand that they can't get anyone better, so they'll stick with you even though you're bad.
Settle.
What about you?
Here's the thing. I'll either be the first person out on the dance floor.
Really?
100%. I love to go do that. I used to, my thing I would do,
the flame?
I would do this. When I was like 23, I would just do that for a while. And there'd always be people that like,
join you?
You're right, dancing is stupid. Let's be stupid.
Well, and they also realize, so I was hesitating to get on the dance floor because I was worried that I would look stupid. But I can just stand next to this guy, I'll be fine.
Yeah. It's great. It gives a lot of people different covers.
You give them cover, yes.
You'd be like, look, get a load of this idiot. I didn't care that I was an idiot. If you want to call me an idiot,
that's
it helps
we're
you,
doing.
That's great.
Yeah.
But the other, I will either do that or wait till everyone's out there and then do it. I don't like, because usually the people like me that go out and start dancing are idiots. I don't want to be anywhere near them. I don't want to be associated with them. I'll either be chief idiot or wait till everyone's out there.
You don't want to be a follower idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Probably safe strategy.
So that's that. But I think I'm better than I know I am. Like, I think, like, every time I'm like, this is a great dance. Like, my girlfriend will be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I can imagine that.
And I'm like,
is she a good dancer?
I'm nailing it. Yeah, she's a girl. She's a great dancer. They're all great.
How the hell do they learn?
I don't know, some weird
I'll try to find one and talk to her.
You want the same old mainstream media stuff? Hell no! I hear you, brother. That's why we got a whole new show on the Young Turks called Aggressive Progressive. Members get the whole show. Do it now. tytnetwork.com/join.